What's up, everybody? This is Lyricist TV, and this is another story time of Ghost of Xmas Past. This is the last one. This is the one that kind of like affected me more than any of them from the past, besides Isaac. Like, they kind of on the same level, but Kevin is a little bit above Isaac. So this is the story time on Kevin. Yes, look, here we go. Why this story time takes so long to get out is because me and Kevin are actually on good terms. We're actually kind of we're friends. We don't talk every day, nothing like that, but we are friends. We can't eat each other up, and I wanted to make sure that he was comfortable with me putting this out there because I didn't want him to feel out of place or like have people coming to him. None of that. I didn't want him to feel none of that. So I asked him. He told me to do it because he wanted to hear my side like completely. So here he goes. So Kevin was was the most recent boyfriend that I had, the most recent ex, and when we started talking, I met him in 10th grade because he had a class together, and I was feeling him because, no lie, he dressed and smelled like Isaac. Look, I was just getting over Isaac. It was 10th grade year. You know, me and Isaac was done talking, like we just stopped talking in 10th grade year, so yeah, it was still kind of reminiscent, okay? I was reminiscing. I was feeling it, okay? I was feeling the groove. I was feeling the smell. I was feeling the style. So, that's what really attracted me to Kevin. But Kevin wasn't feeling me. Kevin was feeling Heather. Kevin wanted to be with Heather, boy. Like, Kevin only talked about Heather. And Kevin was quiet. But when me and Kevin started becoming friends, he wanted to talk about Heather. That's it. Like, when he gave me his number, it wasn't for me. It was because he wanted to talk about Heather. So I was helping him, like I was trying to help him get with Heather. And like, I spent most of my 10th grade year, trying to help him with trying to get him to get with Heather. And because he didn't want to be with me, I was talking to some other people. Well, yeah, I talked to 2 other people. Basically. One of them, I don't know if that count, but yeah. So I was talking to, I was trying to get Kevin and Heather together. Heather wasn't really feeling nobody. Like, Heather was to herself. She didn't really care. None of that. So, Heather and Kevin never happened. But over the summer, me and Kevin was talking every day. He was like, I'm his best friend. I was like, oh, you my best friend too. Like, it started off that way. And we just kept talking. We talked. Went to Louisiana, we were still talking. And then he was like sending out hints that he had feelings for me, but he never said anything about it, like, ever. So I started talking to this one dude, and I dated him for like a week. But I don't consider that dating, so he don't matter. Well, he matters as a person. We still cool, but not for a boyfriend, so he's not going to ever be a part of the Xmas. So I talked to him, and then Kevin told me he had feelings for me the next week after me and that dude broke up. And he was like, I had feelings for you, but I didn't think you had felt the same thing about me, so I didn't want to say anything. And I was like, I do feel the same thing about you, and I've been waiting for you to say something because I didn't want to be the one to say something first. And he was like, oh, that's what's up, but you just got our relationship, so I don't want to, like, just cuff you like that. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be in that situation either. So we just stayed friends for a little bit, and then we started talking. For real in like August, and I'm trying to think about what really happened. Yeah, so we started talking in August, and it was all good. Like, we was just all hee hee ha ha, and then people knew, like, cause we had an assembly we had an assembly in August about stuff. And I was sitting there, and I was like, this is my bae. And he was just like, and he did the middle finger and everything. I was like, I remember the videos and all. So I was calling him babe and baby and all that. And then we started dating in September. He asked me out. And I was like, duh. Like, yes. And he was always a person to, like, want to make big gestures and make me feel like I was, like, He wanted to do huge things, material type things, like all the time. He wanted to do it, but he just couldn't afford it. And I never tripped over any of that. Like, I just was with you for you and your personality. I wasn't with you because you wanted to do these extravagant things and be this person, like, materialistic. I didn't care about none of it. So, that's why we got in our first argument in November. I dropped it. It was November 9th. Because I remember everything very clearly. It was November 9th, we got in an argument. Because we was trying to go on dates, but my mom would never let it happen. We just always met at football games and stuff. But we was trying to organize this date. And I remember he even wrote my mama a letter. And she said no. I'm sorry. She said no. She said no to the letter. It was such a sweet letter, though. Like, it was a long, sweet letter. It was so nice. He was so polite about it. She said no. So then we started to trying to figure it out on our own. Like, before she even wrote the letter, we had came up with this date plan. We was gonna go like the movies, then cook out or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But he was like, I can't afford all that. You trying to do too much. Trying to go to it was the park, movies, and cookout. It was one of the three. Like, we was gonna do 2 out of the 3 of the things. And he was like, you're trying to do too much. You want to go to the movies, then he was like, you want to go to the park, then you want to go to the movies, then you want to go to cookout and get milkshakes. I can't afford that. I still gotta put gas in the car. I gotta do this and I gotta do that. You're just making this harder on me. I'm trying to be a good boyfriend and you just making this hard. You act like I got all this money and all this other stuff. He was just like going in. And then he was like, and don't send me, and don't send nothing back because I'm not going to respond. Don't try to send a long paragraph explaining yourself because I ain't going to respond to it. This is November 9th, the exact date. And I responded back and I was like, you act like you know what, leave me alone. I'm not going to talk to you, bye. And he was like, nah, say it. And I said, you act like I asked you to do all of that. The only thing I asked you for is a date. You came up with these ideas. I said we could just go to the park for all I care. You said you went to go and get to the movies or you went to go to cookout and get milkshakes and all that other good stuff. I didn't say any of that. I was like, I told you, I don't care what we do. I said we can go in front of the school and sit down on the benches and have a good time by ourselves. That's it. I said, I just want us time. I don't care about none of the rest of that stuff. You don't have to buy me anything. Like, I went off. I was like, you trying to act like you such a you're a great boyfriend as it is. I don't need you to do all this stuff. And then he came back. He was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I wasn't gonna text you back or respond to you or talk to you tomorrow in the hallways. I had the whole plan figured out. And I was just like, why wouldn't you talk to me? That's stupid. I was like, we're in a relationship. We need to figure this out together. Like, you being dumb. Like, don't do that. And he was like, yeah, I know, but okay, I'm sorry. We'll figure it out eventually. So, he ended up not texting me. I don't remember exactly how he stopped texting me, but he just stopped texting me. Like, it was like nothing. So, I didn't trip over it. I was just like, well, maybe he's asleep. So, anytime that I think that my man's asleep or fell asleep on me, I'd be like, night, love you. So, So the next day, Kevin sees me and he's like kind of distant. He doesn't want me to be on him. He doesn't want me to talk to him, like really anything. Like he's being really dry with me, like I'm just some random person he just met and he don't know nothing about. So he lasted like that for 4 weeks, like till December. Mid-December, we finally got the problem resolved. Like we were back on good terms, like in person and in text. Because we were good in text, but we weren't good in person. So in person and in text, we got back on really good terms. And then we got out for Christmas break. You know, that's like 3 weeks long in school. So we got out for Christmas break. We were on good terms still, and I was texting him and all that other stuff. And then, like, I asked him one day, I was like, let me get in your Snap. Let me hack your Snap, babe. And he was like, okay. Now I had the password to his stuff, so it wasn't like he was hiding nothing. And, like, I went on his Snap, and I was like, the princess is here. So, I was going through, I was doing this little cute stuff like, A's babe, babe's here, the queen is here for life, don't try to think like that, like being me. So, I went through his stuff, and I'm like sending it, like about to post it on his story, and I see this girl is his #1 best friend. It ain't me, it's somebody else. And I was like, who is this chick? Like, who is this heifer? I went and I was like, I went and I clicked on it and I went through the messages and I scrolled up and I see all these messages and I see these messages and then I see November 9th. November 9th? Ain't that when we got in the argument and you disappeared on me? Let's start reading. So, I started reading. And it was like 3 a.m. freak show. You already know what time it is. Let's go. 3 a.m. what? With who? Because it ain't mommy. I was like, okay. I looked and it was like, oh yeah, do that again. I like that type stuff. Like basically all this freaky stuff. On the day we got in an argument, he's sending all that stuff to her. And she's sending stuff back. And like news, everything. So I was like, wow. That's crazy. And I just kept scrolling down. And you know when you scroll down it gets like more recent. And I was just like, oh, this is still going. This has been going on for a while. This didn't stop until we started getting back on good terms. Wow. So I texted him and I said, I don't want to get on your Snap anymore. I was like, I don't want to get on your Snap anymore. Can you just leave me alone? And he was like, what happened? What are you talking about? And I said, who is blah, 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 blah. I'm calling her Bonisha. I was like, who is Bonisha? She had a ghetto name. I was like, who's Bonisha? And he was like, who? And I was like, don't play dumb with me, dude. Like, don't play stupid. I know who this is, but I need you to tell me who is this person and why, or what are y'all talking about? Like, tell me because I know. But I'm just trying to see if you know what I'm talking about. And he was like, oh, that's just a friend. Don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, I don't need to worry about it. But what about these 3 a.m. freak shows? And he was like, oh. Basically, he admitted to it, started saying he was sorry instantly. Like, he was like, I ain't, you know how they start stuttering and stuff? Like, he was just typing and typing and typing. And he just kept typing stuff, like a whole bunch of stuff just to get me to, like, stop feeling the way I did. And I was like, no. Like, I said, you. Like, I said, you, her, both of y'all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. This relationship, everything. Like, you ain't like I was going off. And then he was like, now this is the Christmas. I found this out on Christmas. Like December 25th, I found out all about this. And I was already out of town with my whole side, my dad's side of the family. We already came all together to Texas just to have our Christmas party or whatever, Christmas get together or whatever. And I'm like upstairs in the bedroom trying not to cry. So I started playing Beyonce. I started crying when I was listening to Beyonce. And I wasn't listening to like Resent Me. I'm listening to Looking So Crazy in Love. Looking so crazy in love. And then I was listening to Who Run the World? Girls, who run the world? Who run the world? Like I'm listening to that Beyonce. So I'm not listening to those sad Beyonce. And I'm crying. And I was just like, you ain't. Bro, I'm like, you didn't deserve none of this. I didn't do nothing to you to feel that way, to make you do that. I was like, it had to be on the same night we had an argument that you first started talking to this girl. Like, I was going in. And he knew I wasn't like that. Like, I'm not that person to send you anything. I don't care how long we've been together. You did get nada, nothing. So, I was talking to him, and then I was like, just leave me alone. And I went downstairs because everybody was calling my name. So, you know, I went in the bathroom, poured water on my face so it looked like I was all fresh and whatever out the shower. And I wasn't crying. So I went downstairs and I started playing stuff like DMX, Kendrick Lamar, Bobby Shmurda. I was listening to all that. Waka Flocka. I was Chief Keef. I was listening to all this hype music so that way I could just get him out my head. Like I just did not want to be bothered. I still got that playlist to the day. What exactly was on it. So I was listening to all of that because I just didn't want to be bothered with him anymore. Like I just wanted him to leave me alone. I wanted to forget about it. And whenever I'm upset, that's what I listen to. I listen to a whole bunch of hype, trap, crazy music just to get my mind off of it. And my brother showed me this video and I was just laughing at it, trying not to cry. But I like laughed so hard that I made it look like I started crying. And I was crying because of the situation. But my bro still thinks to this day that I was crying because of the video. So, that's my real brother. And then I called my bro, my homeboy, and I was like, yo, he just cheated on me. He did X, Y, and Z with X, Y, and Z. Da, 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 da. And he was like, oh no, I'm about to go beat that. It's like, all right, bet, I got you, sis. And I was like, no, 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 no. I don't need you to handle it. I got it. So, then Kevin texted me and was like, I wish I was there with you so I could hold you. And I said, if you was here right now, I would punch the shit out of you. I was like, you wouldn't be able to touch me because I would beat you. And he was like, no, don't do that. Like, you know. And then, like, I didn't talk to him most of the night because I was being really dry. I didn't care. And then I had some family events going on, so I really did not care. I did not want to talk to him. The next day, me and my pops and my brother had to drive back to Georgia, and my stepmom. We all had to go back to Georgia. So my dad was driving, and he's asking me questions about Kevin. Now, Kevin is sending me paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, just telling me, like, how much he's sorry. And, like, I sent him a long paragraph for Christmas, basically saying how much I appreciate him. And then he was, like, came back, and he's like, the next day, I regretted saying any of it. And so he was saying he was sorry and all of that, and just sending me all these paragraphs. When my pops is talking about Kevin and how, like, how is he and all that other stuff, just asking me questions about him that I really don't care to answer at this point. Like, I'm just like, I'm irritated. Leave me alone. But nobody in the car knows that Kevin cheated on me. Nobody but me. Like, I didn't say nothing to nobody. So, my brother had to interject so that I wouldn't be in that conversation anymore. And so whenever school got back in, I was like, let's just work it out. I stayed with him, and I was like, let's just work this out. Like, I mean, everybody mess up every sometimes. Like, just don't do it again. If you don't do it again, we fine. So I stayed with him, and we started working things out, and we were on good terms again. I could be clingy. I could hold on to him, because he really just was scared of losing me. He hated the fact that he was going to lose me because of something that he did. He hated it so much. And so I just was like trying to make him stop feeling guilty. Like, I was just trying to make stuff better. So I was trying to make him stop feeling guilty about hurting me. And I was just like, look, we can just get past it. Let's just don't do it again, and we're fine. So we stayed together, and then for Valentine's, like, he gave me my Christmas present, which was my olive green bomber jacket. And then for Valentine's Day came, he gave me like a ladybug and had my name on it, and he had our date, and he gave me all these candies and all of that. And he was always the person to, like, wanna do something big for me, but we both knew we didn't have the funds for it. But, like, he had bought me, he wanted to buy me, like, these balloons and teddy bears, because that's what every girl in the school had. And I was like, no, you're fine. I'm happy with what I have. You don't have to go out there and do nothing extravagant because everybody else did. Like, this is all that matters. You put thought into this. And that's how that went. And we just, like, he kind of felt bad for all of Valentine's because he couldn't really get me nothing extravagant. And then time passes on, and, like, he starts going distant and acting funny again. So I'm just like, what is going on, Kevin? Like, why aren't you... did you cheat on me again? Like, in my head, I'm like, did he cheat on me again? But I'm not going to say that out loud because I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want him to feel that way about it again. So, I didn't say nothing. And, like, he kept up the BS. Like, to be honest, he kept it up. We were getting arguments. I'm like, why don't you hold me? He's like, we in class. I gotta do this work. I'm like, dude, we got free time. We've done our work. Everything is over with. He's not giving out another assignment. He's okay with us right now. Like, just what are you doing? Talk to me. Like, hold me. Like, hold my hand or something. Like, don't just distance yourself from me. And then he would be like, Kia, I'm not in the mood. I just, like, whatever. Like, just I'm a clingy girlfriend. Like, I want to be held. I want to, like, hold your hand. I want to, like, bother you and do little stuff to you all the time. Like, that's just me. Like, Richard knows that to this day. Like, my boyfriend now, he knows for a fact I'm like that. So he's not gonna, like, push me off. But Kevin was pushing me off and was doing little stuff just to, like, make sure that like, to me, it seemed like he was doing stuff just so he knew that I wasn't going to want to be on him. Like, he would just do it all the time. And if I still tried to get on him, he would just push me off and nudge me away. And everybody around us thought that we were, like, the goals couple. Like, they were like, oh, y'all so cute together, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, we're cute to y'all, but y'all don't see what's happening behind this freaking front. Like, this dude does not want to be with me. Like, in my head, I'm like, he don't want to be with me. He don't care about me. He don't love me. He don't want nothing from me. So, But he was still in a relationship with me. He still told me he loved me and all of this. So I'm thinking we're good still. But he wouldn't, like, he just wouldn't do the stuff anymore. Like, when we first got together, you wanted to walk me to all my classes. You wanted to walk me to the bus. You wanted to kiss me. You wanted to hold me. You wanted to do all this stuff. But now it's like you don't want to do any of it. And then you would say sorry. Like, you'll feel really bad later because I'm upset. And you'll say sorry about it. And then I'll be like, well, you need to change it because I can't deal with this. And then you'll be like, well, then he'll just be like, okay, well, I got you. And then, like, he'll be good. Excuse me. That was deep. Not that deep, but that was deep. He was like, sorry. He'll say sorry, and then he'll be good for a few dates. And then, like, I'll be like, oh, yay, back on it. And then it will go back to the same distant dude. Like, I don't know. So, April came, and we went on spring break or whatever, and I went to Louisiana with my nana. No, my nana, love ya. And, when I was with her, I hacked his snap again. No, let's not go that far yet. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was, okay, so before that happened, he was giving me attitude, like, every day. It was always something. Like, he just had an attitude. And I was like, what is your problem? I was like, I didn't do anything to you. What is the issue? He was like, I just miss you, and I'm not used to being gone from you this long. And I was like, oh, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh, I love you. You'll see me next week. It's only a week and some change. It's okay. So I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. And then the next day, like, well, I don't know if it's the next day or when it was, but I was like, let me hack your snap. And he was like, okay. So I went on his snap, and I was like, ooh, and I was just getting turned, you know. And then, like, it was another girl as his best friend on Snap. It wasn't me. It was another girl. So I went on there and I clicked their messages, and he was like, I remember the messages. He was like, yeah, your boobs did get bigger than they were on Instagram. He was like, they look bigger on here than Instagram. I'm like, let me reread this thing, because maybe he meant to send it to me, and he didn't. So I was like, oh, that's not my Snap name. And then, like, it's like him and this girl be having conversations or something. Like, it's just normal to talk about it. And so I was pissed. Again, I was pissed off. Like, I didn't care anymore. Like, I was at that point, I was trying to, like, I just didn't want to do it anymore. Like, to this day, he still does not recall this conversation. But I do. And I read it. And I remember it all. And I was so hurt again. Like, I was so upset. I was so mad. So I was like, oh, so you cheated on me twice. So the first time just wasn't enough for you. You thought I was playing with you. All right. Bet. Let's see who can play these games for real. So I posted on my Snap. I don't know if I still got the Snap, but if I do, I'm going to insert it in here so y'all can see it. I posted, I said, treat others, I was like, follow the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Bet, so don't say nothing whenever I come back with you the same kind of stuff. Like, I don't know exactly what it was worded like. Basically, that was the gist of the message. Don't say nothing when I do something to you. So I didn't tell him I found the messages, nothing. I just acted like everything was normal. And I started being, like, real nice and and doing all this stuff to him. But at the same time, I knew I wasn't feeling him anymore. I didn't have feelings anymore. I was just in it because I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt anybody. I've never been the person to want to hurt somebody. I personally hate hurting someone's feelings. Like, I can't do it. If I do it, it's like because you irritated me and you just need some real raw truth. Like, I'm real good at that, but I don't like hurting people. So I was like, I can't do that to him right now. I don't want to break up with him. But at the same time, I'm already having feelings for somebody else. And I knew I was. And I knew it was strong feelings, but I just didn't want it to be like, I didn't want to confirm it in my head. Because, you know, once you feel it in your head and you confirm it, well, I don't want to confirm it with my heart. Because, you know, once you feel it in your head and you know it, but whenever you actually confirm it with yourself, then it becomes real. And I was like, I'm in a relationship with somebody else. I can't confirm these feelings. So Kevin was just like, Kevin still didn't know. So school got back in, and I'm just like with Kevin just to be with Kevin. I didn't want to be with Kevin. I'm just with Kevin so I won't hurt him. And like I'm still trying to make it work though. Like I'm still like doing little cute stuff, trying to get him to like feel me and all that other stuff, like just to want to be with me again. So it would be days where he loved being with me, he wanted to be with me. Then it would be days again where he just didn't want to. Like he didn't want me to hold him, he didn't want me to touch him, he didn't want anything. He didn't want me. He didn't want to walk into my bus. It would be days like that, and I'd get on the bus pissed off because he just wouldn't. And I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. But at the same time, it's like eventually I went from being pissed off to just not caring anymore. Like, you don't want to walk me? Cool, that's fine. And I would just be like, whatever. Let me text old dude because this is the person I really feel right now, and I'm not feeling you. I don't have feelings for you anymore. It's like all my feelings for you are going towards this other guy, and I really want to be with this other guy. I don't want to be with you, but I can't break up with you yet. So I went on the trip to the beach, and Kevin had became my yes man. No matter what I asked him for, if whether it was something bad or if it was something good, it was yes, 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 yes. He didn't care about how it was going to make him feel. He just said yes because I asked for it. He said he wanted to make me happy, and he felt like the best way to make me happy was just to say yes to me about everything. I don't like stuff like that. Tell me no. Tell me you need to stop. You need to get in your place. You need to do this. Tell me these things. Don't just tell me yes because you want to make me happy. Because if anything, that's just going to piss me off. I don't like a yes man. I want you to put me in my place. I need somebody to do that. And so he wasn't doing it. And like I texted him and I was like, look, dude, I don't need your yes man. I don't need that. I don't want that. I said, I want you to tell me how you feel. Put me in my place sometimes. Let me know what's up. And I was like, or if you don't change and if you don't start doing this stuff I need you to, I will leave you. And he was like, what? He was like, you gonna leave me? I said, yes, I will leave you. I can't stay in this situation. I said, I need to be with somebody that actually wants to put me, that actually cares about the relationship. So at this point, you just want to make me happy, and you're not making me happy. If anything, you pissing me off. And like when I said that, I guess it kind of hit him that he needed to get his stuff together. But he said it hit him, but when I came back, it was like it didn't hit him. Like it didn't hit him. It didn't click in his head that they needed to get together. He needed to figure out how to make me happy for real. And like, I told him, I was texting the guy that I had feelings for, and I was like, I have feelings for you, but I'm still with him. And I was like, I feel like I'm cheating. I was like, emotionally, I am cheating on him, and I hate it so much. And I was like, I just can't. I don't know what to do. And I was like, I think I'm just going to ask him for a break so that way like I can figure out my true feelings about this. And so I told him I wanted to break, and I told him why. I said I have feelings for somebody else, and they're not you. I was like, my feelings are strong for somebody else. I just can't. So I was like, we need to go on break so I can figure this out. Now, during this break, I never told him who it was. But he kind of figured it out after a while. He figured out who exactly the guy was. So, I would be texting this guy in front of him because it got to a point where he just didn't want to change, so I wasn't going to stay. And over the break, it was like we had this sit down. I remember it so clearly. We had this sit down, and I was waiting for the after school bus. We had to sit down outside the school on the benches, like on the tables or whatever. And he was like holding me. He was just like, I love you so much. He was like, I know I'm tripping most of the time, but I'm trying to get it together for you and all that stuff. And like I just started crying because I was like, you don't even know. I was like, I'm not feeling this anymore. I don't want to be with you. And I just felt bad because I was cheating on him emotionally, and I hated that. Like I did. I hated the fact that I had feelings for somebody else, but at the same time, I loved the fact that I had feelings for somebody else because I was feeling this other dude strong. But I was in this relationship, and I just felt so freaking bad. Like, y'all don't understand how bad I felt, the fact that I had feelings for somebody else. Like, that junk was just wearing me down. So, whenever we went, like, school came and went, and I just told him straight up, and I got on the phone with Gavin doesn't care if he's in here. But I got on the phone with him, and I told him, I was like, I just can't be with Kevin anymore. I was like, I have to break up with him. I don't have feelings for him. I was like, my feelings for him are there, but he's just not treating me the way I need to be treated, and I just can't stay in this situation. I'm not happy. I was like, if anything, I'm like very depressed right now being with him. I'm not happy. And Gav was just like, yeah, well, like, dang, like I was crying. And Gab knows that I do not cry unless something's really hurting me. Like or I feel really bad about something, or I'm not. Like Gab knows me well enough to know that I wasn't, that I was boo-hooing. So I broke up with him, and he was like, okay, I understand. Kevin was just like, we on a break, bumpy. Like we still together, but we on a break. And I was like, no, Kevin, I'm done. I don't want to be with you anymore. I was like, we need to break up. And he was like, what you mean? I was like, we need to break up. It was like, at this point, it's really not I was like, I have feelings for somebody else. I was like, my feelings for this person are strong. It's like, I don't know where they're going. I don't know if they're ever going to go anywhere. But I have feelings for somebody else, and it's not you. I was like, I can't be with you. I was like, you don't even care enough to change for me. So, like, no. I don't want to be with you. We're done. And it hurt because I knew I hurt his feelings, and I knew I hurt him. And, like, I knew I hurt him really badly. I knew I did. And I hated the fact that I hurt him. But I had feelings for this other dude. I did. And I apologize, Kevin, for the way things transpired. But I do not apologize for breaking up with you. And I do not apologize for letting you know I had feelings for somebody else. But I do apologize for the way I moved on. Because it was really soon. It probably did affect you. I know it did. And, but yeah, so I started talking to the guy I had feelings for. And we've been rocking it ever since. But for Kevin, I felt bad because he was going like a downward spiral. I remember it all. And I was just like, nah, like, stop. Like, no, just because I'm not with you doesn't mean anything. I still care about you. I was like, I'm still going to ask you how you doing. I'm still going to make sure you're okay. Because I know him. So I know how he was going to get. And he didn't care about nothing I was saying to him, basically. And, like, it would be times where I'll call Gab, and I'll just be like, Gab, I just don't know what to do, because, like, look at what he's saying. Look at the stuff he posted. Like, what's wrong? Like, I didn't mean to hurt him that bad. And I said stuff. At the same time, like, I'm not trying to get back in a relationship with him. Like, that's not my goal. Then I ended up seeing him the next school year. And, like, he wouldn't really want to talk to me. He would just be really distant. And then it was one time where he was trying to be friends, but he just couldn't handle it. Like, within himself, he just could not handle it. He was like, can he get a hug one day? And I gave him a hug, but it was like, I don't know. It's just like he couldn't handle it. And the next semester, we tried to be friends. You know, he even sat with us at lunch. And anytime I would talk about Richard, it would just be like he just couldn't stand it. And yes, Richard is the guy I left him for. And that's the guy I had feelings for. And that's my current boyfriend. Hi, babe. But he just didn't like none of it. And to this day, I do want to apologize to you, Kevin. I really do. But I feel like I did what was best for me, and I didn't put you first. And that's just how it goes sometimes. Like, sometimes you just gotta put yourself first and not worry about everybody else. And that's the story of Kevin. It was really long because it's the one I remembered the most. Kevin was a good boyfriend majority of the time, but eventually it just kind of went downhill, and that's just what happened with us. I knew it wasn't gonna be fixed. And he had brought us promise rings and everything, but I never received them because I broke up with him. And I knew I wasn't gonna keep my promise with those promise rings. Just being honest, like, I wasn't gonna keep it. But that's the story of Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, for allowing me to do this. I really appreciate it. It was really therapeutic for me. And I need to just move on from the situation. I do forgive you. I really forgive you. I've been forgave you. And, yeah. As Ariana said, thank you. Next. But for real, thanks everybody for listening and watching. Next week we should have new year, new way, something like that. I'm trying to figure out what I want to call this collection, and that's going to be something different. It might be story times, it might be mixtures, I don't know, but we'll find out when it comes. Thank you so much. Bye.